Hello, New Life. My name is Ashton Cole, and this is my New Life story. I'm originally from Wichita, Kansas. I'm actually the youngest of 6 kids. I have 3 older brothers and 2 older sisters, and my sisters are closest in age to me. A lot of people ask if I got beat up a lot as a child, and I say not really physically, but just emotionally. I grew up in a very kind of Christian household. My parents are both strong believers, and just all my older siblings have also just been really strong faith leaders to me, and just such good role models for how to build your faith around Jesus. And I think that had a big impact on me as a kid, but I think it just gave me such a good example of what someone following Christ looks like. But yeah, growing up, I just loved playing sports, basketball, baseball, football, tennis, whatever I could do. Loved watching KU basketball, Chiefs football, just anything sports related I could get my hands on. That's kind of what I wanted to do, and that's kind of what my family enjoyed doing. I always kind of had a faith, and I always believed in Jesus, but I think as you kind of get older and you get in high school, I feel like I kind of lost sight of my faith a little bit. I always had the want of faith and always called myself a Christian, but I felt like kind of just fell off with that and didn't make that normally kind of a priority in my life. And I kind of remember just in high school thinking like, once I get to college, that's when I really start taking my faith seriously, and that's when, I'll really try to get closer to Jesus. And sadly, as soon as I got to college, I kind of realized my faith is probably not strong enough to withstand that. And I really struggled in college with just getting caught up in partying and drinking in college, and it kind of put me in a kind of bad state where I had kind of my one foot in as trying to be a Christian, and then other foot in as trying to just pursue what I wanted in life and what made me feel good. And that just kind of led to a lot of just overall sadness and emptiness. And just a lot of shame and guilt every, day. You just can get caught up in how you're not following Jesus, and all the sins just kind of weigh on you a lot. Towards the end of college, and kind of after college, I moved from K-State. I moved up to Kansas City. After kind of being in Kansas City for a couple months, I really felt myself kind of like growing my faith, and I was just around my family who are all just strong believers, and I feel like they all just kind of encouraged me just with the way that they live their lives. And most of them are older, and most of them are married, and a lot of them have kids, and I just saw just how transformative he can be in people's lives. About 6 months into getting to Kansas City, I met my now beautiful wife. She was beautiful before, but I'm just saying, my now wife. But and she was also just someone that just was such a disciplined and loving and kind spirit around me that just even put even more support for me to help me be a better man and better Christian. I've just been really thankful to have a church that has just constantly pursued me and my wife, and it's really just like awesome to have this community. One of the most special things about Jesus' love for us is the grace that he extends to us. Before Jesus, when I was really caught in my sin, I felt such a guilt and shame for my sin. But I think now when I think back to my sin since being saved and being a Christian, I really almost view it as such a beautiful part of Jesus's and God's grace to us, that I can be filthy and sinful, and God still pursues us, and he still wants a relationship with me. So kind of when I think through that now, it's, I feel I ask for forgiveness of those sins, and you ask and you repent. But I'm just so thankful to have a God that loves me so much that he would extend that grace to me.